launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, as part of the space race? B. Soviet Union's Sputnik 1's launch on October 4, 1957, shocked the world, and especially the U.S. It was a shiny, beeping metal sphere, just 23 inches wide, but it symbolized a major Soviet lead in space technology. Who was the first human to travel into space during the space race? B. Yuri Gagarin. On April 12, 1961, Yuri Gagarin orbited Earth, once aboard Vostok 1. His famous words, "Poyakali, let's go," and the world never forgot them. Which American president announced the goal of landing a man on the moon before the end of the 1960s? A. John F. Kennedy. In a bold 1961 speech, JFK said the U.S. would land a man on the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. It became a defining challenge of a generation. What was the name of the American space program that aimed to land humans on the moon? A. Apollo. The Apollo program had 17 missions, but only Apollo 11 through Apollo 17, except Apollo 13, aimed for the moon. Apollo 13 famously had to abort after an oxygen tank exploded, leading to the legendary line, "Houston, we have a problem." Who was the first person to walk on the moon during the space race? A. Neil Armstrong. On July 20th, 1969, Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface and said, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." Buzz Aldrin joined him 19 minutes later. What year did the United States successfully land astronauts on the moon? B. 1969. The moon landing united over 600 million people around the globe, watching live as humanity touched another world. It marked the high point of the space race. Which American space agency was established in response to the Soviet Union's early successes in space exploration? A. NASA. NASA was created in 1958, replacing the older National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, NACA. Its mission was to catch up and eventually surpass the Soviets. What was the name of the Soviet program that sent the first woman into space? C. Soyuz. Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space in 1963 aboard Vostok 6, but Soyuz became the Soviet Union's long-term manned program. Soyuz still flies today, over 50 years later. How many manned moon landings were conducted by the United States during the space race? B. 6. The U.S. landed on the moon 6 times. Apollo 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Apollo 13's crew looped around the moon but never landed due to that in-flight emergency. What was the name of the final space shuttle mission conducted by NASA in 2011? C. Atlantis. STS-135, the last flight of Atlantis, ended 30 years of space shuttle missions. After that, NASA relied on other programs and commercial partnerships like SpaceX. Subscribe for more fun trivia.